So now that you've gone through the entire course and hopefully gone through a number of the case studies, and then obviously the process of how you analyzed and done a couple of analysis of results, it's important for us to look back at the process of analysis and have an overall view of what do we actually do, what do we go through, and this is really important to bear in mind whenever you're analyzing data. So the first is to make sure that you look and comment on what you see. So look at the curve of each subject against a normal distribution curve and comment, or look at the shape of the curve, look at the position of the curve, look at the range of the curve. So you're looking here, you're just with analysis, just commenting on what you see. The next step is to make sure you ask the right questions. Ask questions of each of the subjects or grades. Question whether there could be reasons for the shape of the curve that you see in front of you. So some of the reasons could be cognitive levels. Are teachers teaching to the correct cognitive levels? What are the teaching methodologies like? Are teachers teaching content versus skills, more content than skills? Are we challenging the learners? Are we following what the actual curriculum requirements are? And are assessments, tools, tasks, and practices actually at the standard we want them to be at? Once we've established that, once we've asked the questions, then we can look at what are the priorities. We need to decide on what the school or teachers should make their priority and identify key reasons why certain changes should actually take place. So now you're looking at possibly identifying if there are any issues that need to be addressed first, and identify which changes will have the greatest impact. It's pointless making small changes that won't have any impact. You want changes that are going to have a good impact. And then the fourth step is to find the correct strategy. Decide on the strategy to develop and put it in place. And this should then improve your processes in the school. So you need to plan the strategy. You need to make sure that the strategy is clearly formulated so that everyone understands it and understands, more importantly, what should be done. And then give very clear guidelines on what needs to change and why. So you'll notice when schools generally talk of data analysis, they often stop at number one. They comment on what they see. Very seldom do they carry through onto number two, ask the right questions, number three, prioritize, and number four, find a strategy. And these three are actually what makes the biggest impact. Otherwise, just commenting what you see is actually pointless. So make sure that you go through all these processes when you're analyzing data.